Hello and welcome to Retro Reminisce. My name is Killjoy and I am joined by the two clowns as always. To my right, Mr. Fruity Sour. How are you doing?
Hello, not bad.
You being good? Keeping yourself good?
Yes, I am a good little boy.
That's what we like to hear. And to my other right,
You're further right.
my further right, the king of the kitchen, Mr. Mark Kitchen. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. We're back now in the new year. We've got stuff planned. We're getting organised. So, anyway, Retro Reminisce is a show about us talking about mostly older games and stuff like that, and how much we enjoy them, and if they still hold up. Today we're talking about none other than Sonic the Hedgehog, more commonly known as Sonic 1. So yes, who wants to take the lead? Mr. Mark, let's start with you.
Yeah.
When was the first time you remember playing this game?
Oh, well, I may not have told you this, but my granddad was a gamer,
Good man.
and he had a Sega when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know
And
that.
then after Sega, he had a PS1, and then a PS2, and then...
Oh,
then
shit, I did not
sadly
realise
passed
that.
away. But yeah, so like... Yeah, my granddad had a Sega, and when I was a little boy, I used to go around there and play Sonic the Hedgehog when I was probably about 5 or 6, 7, around that age. 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know. So I used to go around there, and my mum would like chat to my nan. I would just sit in the corner on this tiny little 10-inch TV that they had in the corner that was separate from their main TV, and just play Sonic. And yeah, I have great childhood memories of the game. Even just the Sega at the start has a lot of nostalgia for me. One of my mates had it when we were kids as well, and used to play around his. But yeah, I mainly remember just like sat around at my granddad's house, my grandparents' old house, and yeah, good times.
Basically ignoring them and being sucked into this
Yeah,
game.
yeah. And I was probably pretty crap at it when I first played it because I was a little kid and from just about when I got hold of it. But I think as I got older, I'd go around there on like a fortnightly basis and gradually get better at it.
I don't think many little kids of that age are actually any good at video games.
No.
They think they are, but I don't think they are. Alright. Yeah, well, that seems like pretty decent to me. It's a good way to experience that. Let someone else buy the console and just go and...
Yeah, it was a good
Works
early,
for me now.
good early gaming experience. Probably one of the earliest gaming experiences I have.
Nice. Mr. Fruity, I imagine you've probably got either similar or...
Yeah, I'm trying to think when the first time I actually played this, God knows. So I remember my auntie used to have a Sega Mega Drive as well. Like, it was my first console. It was my first game was the Mega Collection of Sonic 1, 2 and Dot Brothers Mean Bean Machine. That was like the first Sega game I had, and Sega was my first console. But I don't know if I played it first at my house. I remember getting the Sega for Christmas with the games on.
Yeah.
Like, that's a memory I remember. So it must have been like 3, 4 when I played these games. Like, yeah.
Wow,
many
you,
moons
were
ago.
you were younger than me. I think
I was super young when it. So I can't remember if I played it first at my house when we got this, or if I played it at someone else's before. But I definitely was super young.
Yeah.
Definitely like still a toddler.
I think that there's a running theme here with probably all three of us. So we played it relatively young time because...
How about you, Killjoy?
I very much remember my dad's friend brought his Mega Drive round. I would say again between the ages of 4 and 6. I can't remember the exact time because we had a NES, and I think at the time that's all we had. I think he brought his Mega Drive round. I remember watching it. I didn't actually play it at the time, but I remember watching it and thinking like, wow, this game's awesome. I think I probably played it around a friend's house, probably like more towards the age of like 7 to 10, something a bit older than you guys. But I do remember it. You know, I vaguely remember Scrap Brain and Green Hill. Oddly, those two zones.
That's interesting ones to remember.
Yeah,
Green Hill is obvious, but
yeah,
Scrap Brain is another one.
I think Marble Zone as well, but I don't remember much of the other stuff in between at the time. But I do remember, you know, having played a lot of Mario and growing up with that, it was like, oh, cool, another platform game that was, you know, similar in the fact that it was a good platforming game. It was colourful and vibrant. So I remember that, but. Yeah, it wasn't until much later when I got my own Mega Drive and really played it that I really
It's surprising how much there's like a family connection with this for us, because as you were saying that, then I was remember like we used to go to like my cousin's house and like play it with them, and my other aunties and like with my older cousins I would build, and us like going there and playing Sega. Like there's so much going to people's houses and playing Sega. It happened a lot during my childhood. It's never really. Yeah, getting all these memories coming back now.
Yeah, because
just going to people's houses and playing their Sega and their Sega collection.
Yeah, because when I used to go around my granddad's and play it, I usually just on my own while my mum and my nan were chatting and my granddad was doing something else. But there was a couple of times when my cousin would be there, and she was about 9 years older than me or something, so she was kind of just like keeping me occupied as this little kid kind of thing, and she was probably like a teenage guy. I vaguely remember, like just taking in turns on the levels and stuff, but I think we were pretty rubbish back then. It wasn't until I got a bit older that I think I got stuck on like Marble Zone level 2 or 3 or something.
Running out of continues and like Green Hill Zone.
You're like, oh no,
get the invincibility.
But like I said, it seems similar kind of thing for all three of us, where we played at quite young age, and memories of that kind of thing. Like I said, a very family-centric thing. Because I remember like growing up that a lot of people did have Mega Drives, more so than Nintendo consoles. I think it was when I got
advertisement.
Well, no, I mean,
Sega does Nintendo.
But I remember as I got older, more people had Nintendo consoles. So it was almost like this back and forth between people having like Mega Drives, and then later on people had like PlayStations and GameCubes. It was very weird, like that sort of thing.
I always remember seeing it in like the catalogs as well.
Yeah.
Seeing the Sega games.
I used to love looking at the Argos catalogue.
Yeah,
seeing all
amazing.
The games pages and like how
It's definitely worth stating that the Mega Drive, I think I've got a Mega Drive 1 and a 2, but the Mega Drive 2, that's the one I remember the most. It's a very sleek
Mega Drive
console.
2 is what everyone had.
Yeah, it's a very slick console. It looks good, and you remember sat there with a little cartridge sat in it. It was a very small thing, really.
Mine's still alive.
Yeah, so is mine. I mean, I've got a Mega Drive 1, I just can't use it because I'm on power lead. But it seems like we've all got pretty similar things like that. So let's move on then to things that we like about this game. I'm going to start with you, Fruity, because I know that you're obviously a huge Sonic fan of the original games.
Yeah,
so
I hate to think how many hours I sunk into Sonic 1 and 2 over the years. But yeah, I love this game. So many memories of it. So many, like when I play it, just like remembering when moments happened when I was a child and stuff, and, like learning the cheat code to like come a block and just like skipping the other levels and just making like 100 rings, and then like changing back into Sonic and then collecting them all at once, and just like keep spawning things until like I couldn't spawn anymore.
The debug
just
menu,
like crashing. Also, I remember the funny memory of that. Like my older cousin, he must have been like 6-7 years older than me. I remember when she like told my like female cousins what the code was, but she didn't tell me and my brother. And then being like really annoyed about that at the time. Like I didn't know how they were doing it. Like she would tell me how to do it.
Like smashing the buttons like come on.
So it was in that day we just played a lot of Sonic and Shinobi that day. That was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird how like little things are playing this. It's like, oh my god, I literally spent like 5 years of my life playing this as a child. So yeah, I fucking love it all. Like the art style, level design, the music, sound effects. Some of the bosses are a bit lame, but like, especially the final boss. Like,
Final
reservations
boss
about the final boss. Like other ones are pretty cool, but yeah, I mean, as an overall, yeah, so many memories to this. It's hard to be completely.
I think as someone who probably played a lot of Sonic, or knowing that you played a lot of Sonic growing up, I can understand that because those games are super colourful. Like you said, the music, the level design is all very memorable. Like it's hard to like play it and not remember anything about that game.
Yeah, and at the time, like they were so big, like the whole Sonic and like Mario and like the Nintendo and Sega rivalry, and like it's such a big thing in the early 90s. Like it's huge. It's kind of hard to think of it as being that big. At the time, it was massive.
It was. You think about it now, like unfortunately Sega don't make consoles anymore and stuff, and Sonic's gone downhill. But to think at the time, like that was more aggressive than the whole Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo stuff that's going on today. I mean, nowadays, to be fair, the console generation seems to have calmed down a lot. Like the actual company seems to be more willing with the other companies. But back then, it was very cutthroat.
Yeah.
The market share.
It's kind of like new days as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
New days after like the crash of all the Western developers and stuff. Like after the 80s. First video game crash, but one of the most remembered.
Yeah, well, we should really count ourselves lucky with what they managed to achieve from that. Actually, with both Nintendo and Sega basically going, "Bush, here's these relatively cheap consoles, and here's a bunch of games." And, being able to have things like Sonic and Mario, that really shows just the quality. Even now, even though I know Sonic is considered, he's still a big mascot. He's a bit like left behind now, but he's still this icon that people love and remember.
Yeah, I feel like they never really know what to do with him. Like Sega, just like, what? Do you want another 2D platformer? No. Then they do this. Give the people what they want.
Well, flip it over to you, Mr. Mark, because you're probably the same as Fruity. You probably love like the original games just as much. So, like, what do you like about the game?
Yeah, I think like you were saying earlier, I think the kind of just vibrant colours of it and everything are just very appealing when I was a kid. I think it was very much, my mum was like, oh, he'll be happy with that, like, put him on that looks fun, and, kind of like...
Freeing animals.
Yeah.
Robot servitude.
Yeah.
Just good message.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it's light-hearted, the music is fun and happy and boppy and stuff, and it's very colourful, it's very fast-paced, it's very, like, addictive to play, like, springing off things and jumping and running fast and going around loops and stuff. It's some parts that are like you get stuck on and you're like, it's a bit stressful, but generally it flows quite nicely, so it's quite a addictive game. It's just really fun to play. That's why I think some earlier levels are playable, because you just like, I can just float through the levels.
Hit forward and hope,
And I think that the music is just so good, it's so addictive. I think most people know at least Green Hill Zone, or like the Sonic the Hedgehog theme, generally just the main theme. It's just a ton of fun. Love the graphics, it's good platforming. It's generally like, collect rings so you don't die and get an extra life, and lots of just timed jumps, and sort of there's some interesting mechanics in some of the later levels and things, like the little thing that spin around and you sort of run around.
Oh, the little cogs that you run on,
Yeah. And
the seesaws.
Yeah, and like little spikes coming out of walls and stuff, and just knowing where they're going to be and what time they're going to come out and things like that. So yeah, it's just good platformer with good music and really good graphics and a very iconic main character. That's very important as well. Like Sonic is, everyone knows who Sonic the Hedgehog is, even if you're not a gamer, you know who Sonic is. It's like Mario.
Yeah.
They managed to build like a big iconic character around.
And you're saying about the levels as well, they're also like learning where all like the secret rooms are, like lives and power-ups.
Yeah, and it's really satisfying bouncing between the item boxes as well, like
hit him on a bounce on top.
Things like that, and sort of going in the trees to hit like the spring things, and going up to the secret areas and running along the top, which is always the best way to go, is along the top of the level.
It's like Green Hill Zone 3, when you can jump over the spikes into the waterfalls where like the spinning spike logs are.
Yeah.
And you go underneath there, and there's like 7 like boxes, and you just like bash them all and get like.
And it like rings of life and a shield or something, or something like that.
And you pop up underneath like where the waterfall is after the spikes and stuff like that. Like just learning those things like through trial and error as a kid.
There are a lot of well hidden secrets. Like there's a good one in Marble Zone 1 or 2 where you're going along the lava and the lava's shooting you up. You're on that brick, but if you stay on it, you just go into the wall and you go back and then come up again.
You go on the block again, you can go back, but you can also jump up and then jump off again. You have to go all the way back and go back.
I like stuff like that. Like definitely when you talk in terms of level design and creativity, like the fact that those levels have multiple pathways is like they might all lead to the same place, but they say you've usually got up, middle, and bottom, and sometimes there's extra things there as well. And I love that because
also you can speed through them. Which I like that the paths connect at certain points, and you can, if you're in the mid, you can then jump up to the top one. You can go down to the bottom one. You can like they're all moving across. So when they do intersect, you can just continue moving, which I really like.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but no matter how many times I play it, I still don't know how to connect each of the kind of passageways kind of thing. I just kind of try and go the way that looks the best, but I still can't visualise like full levels at all.
Yeah.
I was always a ring collector. Killjoy see me play Sonic. Like I go everywhere. I go everywhere to collect all the rings I can.
Yeah, very very different to me. I like to just take the same route every time. I take the route like the path of least resistance.
I do in the early ones, so Labyrinth, they don't try and get every ring.
Oh, we'll get on to that.
I like to just try
and get through as fast as I can.
Yeah, I like to try and whip through it without like getting hit and see how well I can do it at that. I do like getting all the rings if it involves going around a little loop the loop or something. It's
Yeah.
very satisfying.
Oh, we forgot about the awesome bonus stages as well.
Oh my god, the
yeah.
bonus stages.
Trippy they are.
It's
The
so
birds
good.
and like the
They must
changing
have just
background and
given that whole design section to someone who was taking LSD or something. Like, see what you can do with a secret
so
area.
Yeah.
weird. Like, and also there's like it's a secret area that doesn't have any of the same mechanics that are in like the actual game. Like, it's all just about changing your direction in a rotating room. Like, it's not about moving at all.
Yeah.
Like, you're not trying to run or like trying to gather things like they do in like later zones. Like, it's very weird. It's all about turning the
you
level
just-
back and forth and like trying to get to the center.
And it's not very easy to turn it.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to like.
You have
It's
to
a bit
hit the
of luck.
buttons.
Yeah, it's a
and,
bit
like,
of luck.
rotate
You
it
kind
around.
of just have to lean on those little diamondy things until they go away, and then fall into the middle to get the stone. And it's like,
Because like the paths to where like the goals are where you leave the level, because the way they are like normally too far to actually see them from the screen you're on.
Yeah.
The amount of
Oh.
times you either fall down one by accident because of the rotation, or you think you're going the right way, and then you end
Yeah.
up falling into them and having to leave the level.
I was never able to consistently do those. Like, I'd do the
No.
first one
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I could do that one, and then the second one maybe, and then there was never a time where I'd be like, oh, I can guarantee that I'll do them all, because
Even now, to be fair.
Yeah, they are hard.
Exactly, yeah, that's
It's
what I
so
mean. Like,
random.
even playing it recently, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to do all of them. Like, not at all. Not even like more than two. Probably.
By the fourth and fifth one, I don't even know what the pattern is. Like, you know, the first few I know, like, I go this way. The first one I know off by heart. Second one I got a general idea. The third one's when you're in that giant room and like you keep flying around. You're just trying to get to the center. and you're like,
Yeah.
come on!
You can't seem
know?
to stop in the middle. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
like,
ah.
But I think what I like about that as well, because it is so completely unrelated to the main game, and the music's great. It's so calming. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like almost a juxtaposition of like very relaxing music versus this very stressful thing, like just jump on the goddamn.
It's
platform.
like it gives you a
It's
bit of
very
a,
trippy.
like a slow down from the main game kind
Yeah.
of thing. It just kind of
There is no time limit
breaks
though,
the
which is
pace.
good.
yeah.
Because I think that would be really difficult if there was.
Yeah. And you just keep going till you hear the sound effect when you collect enough coins. Enough coins. Ooh. Enough rings.
Yeah, no, I should probably say, like, I know that you guys always say what you like. I'm probably going to echo most of that. Like, I do like most of the game, but I think I'm probably, I want to, like, really hit home, like, how good the music is on this game.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a couple of tracks I'm not a fan of, but, like, when you think of, like, video game music, Green Hill obviously comes up. Like, Green Hill's probably up there with, like, Tetris theme, Super Mario Brothers, like, Overworld theme. You know, like, it's so memorable. And the synth that was in the Mega Drive, like, produced this wonderful sound. Like, it's got almost like sort of very synthy, wet, farty sound to it, but it works so well on the Sonic games. And like Green Hill just starts off so good. Like, I think that piece of music and things like Scrap Brain.
I really love what's the third?
Scrap Brain? Scrapyard, sorry. Scrapyard Zone.
Scrapyard, yeah. And the synthy bit that comes in after about 25, 30 seconds in the Starlight Zone is really nice.
I
It's
find
really cool.
Starlight so catchy. Some reason it always stays in the head.
It's interesting because like I like Starlight Zone. I'm not a massive fan of the music. It's a bit like it just doesn't really like it doesn't have that pull like I want, like where like Scrapyard Zone and Green Hill are really like in your face. It's got, like,
Yeah.
funky feel. But I mean, all in all, the music itself is well put together.
It's really like
Labyrinth Zone is another one.
light-hearted as well. 'Cause so much of the other music on like the Sega Mega Drive is like way more like Streets of Rage style, whereas way
Yeah.
more kind of like techno-y, like dancey music. Like
Yeah.
so much more like aggressive sounding.
Yeah, I didn't really like Starlight Zone music that much until we were watching a video earlier and like that little synthy bit came in and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
it.
It's good.
The thing is, the good thing about the music on all those stages, it fits well with the stages, I suppose, and it also doesn't outstay its welcome. And then later on, when you're doing Starlight and Scrap Brain, you're going to be doing those levels for a while unless you know them really well.
It repeats fairly well as well.
Yeah.
The songs aren't that long.
Yeah, which is, you know, can be a little annoying. Like I was saying, Labyrinth Zone, I don't like that zone, but the music on that is so upbeat. Like for a water world, it's so cheerful.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I'm swimming through this underground thing. You know, this is lovely. But
Really heavy boots on.
yeah. But all in all, like the like I said before, like echoing you two, like the level design, the music, the 16-bit art style, like that stuff that holds up so well today. All the enemy designs are really creative. Like the game for the first Sonic game in the series, because like later on, you know, they added new elements and stuff. But for the first one, you know, you can play that game at your own pace. You can play it quite slowly. You can do the collectathon thing that you like to do for it. You can do the sort of speed run thing for it. Like the game never really gets in your way. Like I said, the later levels you've got to know them because they are quite difficult and they are a bit more technical.
It becomes more precision platforming.
Yeah, but even then, like the game, you know, everyone goes, "Oh, Sonic's about speed," and yes, you do go quite fast compared to other platformers, but you feel like you're in control for the most part. I think that game does a really good job of being like,
you can stop your momentum really easily.
Yeah. Which has, like, you know, and you say about the sound effects as well earlier, I don't know who it was, one of you, but like, the ring sound's really famous, the spring boing sound, was really, really famous. Getting hit, the bling, and you drop your rings. Like, all the
way,
sound.
it's really good.
Yeah, when you get the air.
I haven't really thought about this.
Dun, 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 they're running out of air. Like, it's like, it's like the most scariest thing ever when you're a kid.
It's like, oh god.
I haven't really thought about this, but also the way they animate Sonic's really good.
Yeah.
It's a very expressive face.
They make his eyes really like clear, don't they, on the screen?
I love the way that the weight one as well. He's like tapping his foot, and, like, looking at the screen.
Yeah, that attitude kind of thing where he's like, come on.
It's like a little
face. And, like,
it's like a Smash Brothers style taunt thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Does he? Is it? No, maybe it's one of the later ones. He doesn't have a watch on one of the later, and he looks at it. It might be Tails.
Well, he like lies down.
Yeah, second one I think is where he lies down. But yeah, no, like the animation quality on him is great. Like I like when he gets hit, and he goes, chucks his arms up in the air. It's like, oh, like I was shocked that it happened, and you know.
So they carried through the later games as well.
Yeah, well, I like the fact that when you stand on the edge of a ledge, and he does that thing where it's like, wow, and his arms are like flailing, and like it's just little things like that. Like that's what gives that game the quality.
Yeah.
You know, when you play it, like because when you actually look at him standing still, you only really get the main thing of him running and then up to speed his legs going. But there are loads of these other little animations in it. You know, when you like bounce on a spring, like so when you get hit and stuff, and when he dies, he like puts his hands up and flies up and down the screen.
Yeah, it's really like memorable, isn't it? I think I know we probably don't think that the bosses are the best thing about the game, but I think they are like adequate for the end of the levels kind of thing. They do use things in the levels that you can defeat the boss with, which is quite a kind of typical thing to do. Like when you jump on the kind of seesaws and you hit the spiky balls into him and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially when they're introduced in that zone, and then like in Marble with the flaming platforms introduced.
Yeah.
And you then set fire to the platforms you can stand on.
So many
it's varied enough to make it interesting.
Scrap Brain is just
not Scrap Brain. I keep saying the Scrapyard where he comes down with the spike and he pops and blocks. Like that mechanic's never used any other time in the game, but. You know, it's still quite a fun boss because you got to defeat him quickly before, like he, takes all the plants away.
It's such a shame that the final boss is such a letdown.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember finding that really hard as a kid, but like it's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't really. You expected so much more like grandiose.
You have to be very patient, don't you? Because there's those like ball things that come down. You have to make sure that you're in between them.
Yeah, and jump.
Yeah,
and then just make
one
sure
gap
that
is slightly wider, so you can get through that one.
Yeah, and then you just have to make sure you see which one he's coming down in, so you can jump quick enough to hit him before he goes out of the screen again. So yeah, as long as you don't get hit by the ball things, like it's just a matter of time, really.
Yeah.
But it's not the best final boss ever, really.
No, I mean, I probably should say like Robotnik as a villain in the entire series. Like, I actually like him as a character because like if you read about him like being this like really mad, smart scientist and stuff.
Eggman.
Well,
that's such a poor renaming.
We should probably explain for the people who don't know. He's always been called Eggman in Japan.
Oh, okay.
He's always been known as Robotnik up to a certain point in the Western world. So
I prefer Robotnik.
I prefer Robotnik, but basically technically his full name is Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik. Like Eggman is his nickname, but they use that all the time now. But as a character, I always like that in every game, every boss fight is like the little ship that he's in with like a different ability attached.
Yeah.
Like like in the first instance, you find him in Sonic 1, and he's got that big pendulum thing, and then the next thing it's something else. But like in the later games, it also expands on that, where he's always in that thing, or might be in a submarine variant or something, but you always recognise him for him, and they do a really good job of being like, this is the villain. He's got a very specific look to him.
He's got a really good silhouette, moustache, pointy head, stupid, like, perfect circle body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's nearly as iconic as Sonic, really. I mean, most people recognise him. It's like, oh, that's the boss from the Sonic game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just because he's such a ridiculously cartoony shape.
Yeah.
And, just weird kind of features and stuff. Cartoony features. It's not, it's not meant to be, like, he's not meant to be really evil and horrible. It's just meant to be, like, a fairly kind of light-hearted evil boss that's doesn't scare
some of the
kids
comics
too
and stuff.
much.
He's quite.
It doesn't
quite
have
dark.
a very...
It's a bit more brutal in the comics, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay.
doesn't have much of a, like, urgency. It's like, you really know why he's doing this.
Yeah.
Sonic 1 is just wants to put
Animals in robots.
animals and robot
Yeah.
outfits, like...
He's always after the Chaos Emeralds, you know. So that's probably
It's
another
not even
mechanic.
really addressed, though. Like,
No.
Sonic 1 is never really addressed.
Sonic One's more about the
Like,
gameplay.
they're just, like, there. Like, those emeralds are just what you get as a bonus thing. It's not if they expand the lore later.
I assume, because I never got all the Chaos Emeralds in the first game, I assume it turns you into Super Sonic if you get all of them.
I never got all of them.
I never got all
I
of
couldn't
them.
be bothered.
Because I know at the end, if you complete it without getting all of them, Robotnik's doing that juggling thing where he's like, you didn't get all of them though, did you?
Oh,
But
yeah.
I know if it's the same as Sonic 2, I think you are always invincible, but I don't know because I've never got them.
I swear I've got them all at some point. So I remember seeing them as yellow.
I know that
I
in
don't know if
Sonic
it
2,
just
but
changed your colour palette or not. I can't actually remember how it affects the mechanics.
I think maybe me and my mate like were determined to do it and we did it, but I can't actually remember what happened
yeah,
at the
neither
end.
can
So
I guess
I
I would
can't
say
really be
it's
bothered to redo it just to find out. I could probably just look it up on YouTube and spoil it for myself.
Yeah.
Also, I like how the game has like the ending when you go down to like the aquatic ruins again at the end of Scrap Road.
Oh, when you're back down to
Yeah,
Labyrinth Zone. Not quite in ruins, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like I do like how that happens on like the second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it happens like you're like, oh, it's just the second level, another one to go, and it's like, oh, wait a minute.
No,
The screen's moving to the side.
Yeah.
It's like you see behind the fortune. Like I just like that thing. I remember as a kid being like, wow.
No, I hate that level.
Well, also the level. I was about the second level.
Oh yeah, the second level where you see him, you're
Same
like,
at the
I'm
end.
gonna
Talk
get
about
this.
Labyrinth now,
Yeah.
or
Should we get on to things we don't like about the game, or do you want to just talk about Labyrinth Zone as a
oh
second
no, I
one?
thought I was just asking, are you talking about Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's the only level that I find quite frustrating. Like just trying to wade slowly through water while avoiding like daggers and stuff. And I was saying to you earlier, Levi, that I think it is quite a difficulty spike with the boss, like
Yeah.
where you have to keep jumping and
Oh.
avoiding all the stuff. That is a difficulty spike in that game. Yeah, sometimes I die and I don't continue playing because I can't. Sometimes I just can't get past it. But if I do, then I usually
That
carry on to complete the
Boss
game.
level is really.
It's probably the
annoying.
hardest bit of the whole game. Or actually no, the last zone is quite difficult, but that is definitely a spike in difficulty.
Labyrinth Zone is just frustrating as well. Like anything with like drowning mechanics like that is so
Yeah.
annoying. It kind of takes away. It gives you like urgency in those levels, which you don't really have in the other zones.
We've got 10 minutes per level, time-wise, so you don't feel it. I
And
think
also like the third level as well, he keeps looping. As a kid, that used to confuse the hell out
it's
of
a
me.
jump down the thing.
Should we generally talk about what we dislike
Well,
about the game then?
I was just going to say about Labyrinth Zone on last night, the biggest problem with Labyrinth Zone is, like you said, it gives you a sense of urgency, but it also takes away your mobility. So it
Yeah.
puts two
Yeah.
really... If it was one or the other, it would be
It's like
fine.
lazy warp mechanics where like it slows you
Oh,
down.
it's horrible.
Mm,
But
it
let's
takes long
let's
to
get
get
on to things we don't
momentum.
like. We'll start with you, Fruity. What I mean, I know like you really like the first two Sonic games. You really like the first one. Anything you don't like about this game? I mean, obviously Labyrinth Zone maybe, but
don't know. I don't really mind Labyrinth Zone. That's probably because I've mapped it out all in my head now.
yeah.
Like, I don't know really. It's kind of hard for me to be objective about this game. There's not really anything that's coming to mind, to be honest, other than like the end boss is lame. Labyrinth Zone is annoying. But then I guess every platformer of that era had to have a water level.